And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Football going back over to Philadelphia here, and this is a team who they defeat Chicago on the road.
Yeah, Nick Foles, he did it again, didn't he? Who would have thought that he would have to hop back in as he did last season, help carry this team not just to the playoffs, but get a win in the first round in Chicago in a cold-weather game? How about Nick Foles? He just keeps doing it. Now they've got to go to New Orleans and take on the #1 seeded New Orleans Saints.
And only two #6 seeds have ever won the Super Bowl. Steelers in 2005 and the Packers in 2010. They're trying to become #3. He'll look to throw. Ertz has it left side. A gain of 39 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Here's Ajayi. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. A big seam, and he might go all the way. He's at the 40, the 20, 10. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Stiff-armed him. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. This drive starting off. On the right foot. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's got some space here. Jay's going to go. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jay, 54 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Got a second here to assess Pittsburgh's last season as their offense comes onto the field. You know, for most of the folks that are fans of the Steel City, they're probably saying, wow, this was tough. But, hey, they were 9-6-1. The thing is, expectations there are playoffs every year.
You're right. And to show that, they haven't been under 500 since 2003. It's a very consistent franchise. But remember how the season began. Le'Veon Bell once again holding out. They expected him to show up and play. That didn't happen. Then at the end of the year, Antonio Brown, Ben Roethlisberger. What's going to happen there?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jordan Hicks not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They'll face a 3rd down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Let's go. Snickers, 66.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. A nice gain of 21 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really...
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A good pickup there, a 22. Roethlisberger will hand to counter. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. The Steelers, of course, had all the questions lingering with Le'Veon Bell. Tip of the cap to James Conner. He really has filled in nicely.
He prepared himself as if he were going to be the starter right from week 1. And I got to see him in preseason, and you saw a little bit of everything. His ability to run inside, also run to the perimeter, catch the ball out of the backfield. And how about his season opener against Cleveland? They didn't win the game, but he played awfully well, 135 yards rushing, and he helped close out a big win at Tampa Bay in week 3 on Monday Night Football with some nice runs down the stretch.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Roethlisberger. And he's got Rodgers. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for 1st and goal. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Timmy Jernigan continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. As his guys are in for 6, and the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out and feel charged up and ready to go.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. They'll begin the drive with a jive. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, they have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Caught right side is Jeffrey. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, 75 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And this is going to be caught, so they do get down to a 1-score deficit. Elliott now to kick this one away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Let's go.
Now Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. They roll with Ajayi. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. And that's complete to Jeffrey. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Here we go.
Right back to him on 1st down. Give him 10 yards on the pickup.
Great extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott on for the extra point. At home. Elliott now to kick this one away. Switzer now to return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And
out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The drive will start with Connor. Oh, look at that. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
These two. That's it. 180.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
All right, let's go.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Eli Rogers, the intended receiver. And now it's third down.
The out route's such a timing route that sometimes the guy throwing the ball just throws it almost blindly, just kind of counts on that timing winning. And in this case, the ball was batted away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Heat these two. Set. Like 30.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And the Steelers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 19. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Switzer now to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to be.
I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Take 2 of them.
Counter. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here we go.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Snickers, you got to spin. Whirl.
Roethlisberger will throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Jack 16.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you have people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Snickers, you got to spin. Set. Black 20.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Mills. discussed, now that we are in the playoffs, now we know how the start of the draft is going to go. You look at the top 5, Arizona, San Fran, Jets at 3, Raiders, wherever they may be at 4, Tampa Bay 5. What are your thoughts?
Well, immediately, this is going to be different in 2019 than 2018, because in 2018, it was all about the quarterbacks. I don't think that's going to be the case. You just mentioned the top 5. You can make a legitimate case that in the top 5, none of those teams are in the market to select a quarterback. So now, who is? I think you got to get to number 6 with the New York Giants. That's where the quarterback market begins.
Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They run again with Ajayi. Shoves him away. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
So after the run by Jay Ajayi, here's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Let's go!
Foles. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And that's not the first time we have seen that in this game from Joe Hayden. He's been solid.
He gets around the ball, and he knows how to make a play on the football without causing himself any problems in terms of pass interference and things of that nature. This guy is smart, intelligent, and has excellent hands.
Now a toss. This is Connor. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go. Take 2 of them. Squirrel!
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9.
Black 5!
Now Roethlisberger. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Antonio Brown, AB, with just one hand to complete that catch. Is there anything he can't do?
He has just continued to impress year after year, hasn't he?
He has never forgotten that he wasn't considered an elite receiver coming out of college. I think every snap he takes it upon himself to prove that he should have been.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Set! White 80! AB! 77.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And his kick here is good. They had it 1st and goal. 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive, but you run out of space.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
Better against man because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jay Ajayi, 73 yards. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it two ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many people as it takes to slowing him down running the football. Even if they want to hit me over the top on play action, I just don't let him beat me that way anymore. And if I'm him, I'm in the huddle calling the plays myself. I don't care what play call comes in. I tell my quarterback, guess what? You're handing it to me again.
And if I'm the quarterback, I'm saying, okay, that sounds good, right?
Smart quarterback.
Elliott now to kick this one away. On the return, it's Juju Smith-Schuster. Spinning away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now it's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Brandon Graham in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Take both of them.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Chris Long in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And his kick is good. And with that, they have taken the lead by a point here in the fourth. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. And out now come the Eagles. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And they're running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here we go, let's go, let's go.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Foles. And he connects with Ertz. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. They give him a gain of 38.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Foles. Caught right side, it's Jeffrey. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now a toss play. It's Ajayi. Powerful running. Sheds another. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And on the ground they go with the running back. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. 1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. So a big play for the Eagles now as they'll go for 2. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They start with a give to counter. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. So getting the big touchdown they needed late in the 4th. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for 2 and decide it right now.
So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2. They'll try and run it in. He had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped.
I know there's some time on the clock, but I still think you kick the extra point there and don't go for 2 and go for the win in that spot.
Yeah, time or no time, why not just take the 1 and even the score?
And then that way, no matter what, at least you know what
remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't. Uncorks a wild one, and now you still have an opportunity. That's why they like to use them all the way through.
And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll go to Adams, trying to pound it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Josh Adams.
Yo, it's what get back, watch it turn to a singer. Get to fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my zip the back that like a pogo. No do these they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they going wild down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a not gonna lie, some these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my range. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting guap. Got a big bands like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with a no, it's top
I got
notch.
that chicken to golf. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that court. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Breno Javinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. The ops on IG all the time. I dare them go live. Wagyu steak, I dine. 8 ounce, 255. I can't get fucked.
me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold.
I reinvented myself, they sorta hated it. I reinvented myself and upgraded it. Traded in the Jews, copped a couple new ones. Lost a couple friends and got a couple new ones. Upstairs and downstairs, the balcony. These oceanside views, the alchemy. Ain't nothing crazy like the city in the summertime. So when it's winter, I still be on my summer grind.
Handle your business. Handle your business.
Loyal and honor, don't break no bro codes. The more red rose, max with the rose gold. Whoever counted me out, they can't count. Oh.
Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. They call a podcast Poppy. Kinkos, I see they tryna copy. Diamonds in the chains, bust down wrists. And you ain't never seen no like this. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. What? Tell me something I don't know. Like when it drop, whole game in the chokehold. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax. Chillax, 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 chillax.
Relax, relax.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with Marcus Mariota and the Tennessee Titans. Ryan Suckup, the man tasked with getting this one started. It comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with a giant. Broken tackle. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. A gain of 3, second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
He'll drop to throw. Screen pass to Sproles. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. To the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31.
Get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Looking to throw. It's complete. It's Sproles. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Daquan Jones in on the tackle there. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line.
I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do? This is taken in by Jeffrey. He's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Alshon Jeffrey from 3 yards out. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And it's a pretty... Mariota and the Titans break the huddle. 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now a former 5th-round pick of the Eagles. This is Dion Lewis. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move couldn't free him. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now a toss play to Lewis. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd.
Would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
But that
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They're indeed going. It's Mariota. Well, he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10.
without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. On 2nd down, Mariota again. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And that's complete to Lewis. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. A 1st down throw for Mariota. And oh, look at that, a diving catch with the former Volunteer Charles Davis. Again, it's Mariota. And his throw here is incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. To the air again. Mariota. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or lights out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mariota. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Chris Long coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first. From the 35. And they'll run it here. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Here we go.
Foles. A dump off to Sproles. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Now Foles over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That's an Eagles first down as Foles finds Jeffrey. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got a man open, it's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Ertz from 3 yards out. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
Elliott. At about the 23-yard line. Charles, big picture for the Titans. That's 3 straight years now at 9-7. And, of course, this past year had the Colts on their home turf with a chance to get into the playoffs. Could not get it done. So a little bit of disappointment going into the offseason.
Certainly. They were number 8 overall on defense. They played better than expectations there. But the offense really struggled, especially in the passing game. Just number 27 in passing in the NFL. They've got to get Marcus Mariota healthy. They've got to get him throwing the football downfield and connecting. And they need to get Derrick Henry going faster in the running game. He came on late, but the early part of the season, not up to par.
Off the toss, Lewis. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Mariota. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Let's go.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Mariota. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So 1:56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. Mariota now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. From the gun, Mariota going to throw deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Chris Long in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And incomplete on the...
He's trying to haul it in.
So on 4th down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Succop. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And Succop will put this one right through, and they will get themselves...